Senate intelligence releasing newly declassified documents that show the CIA got into an intense fight with the FBI led by James Comey in late 2016 because the FBI team there demanded the discredited, debunked Steele dossier be put into the all-important intelligence community threat assessment for the country on Russian interference. Now, the FBI won that fight and got Steele's opposition research, which was paid for by the Hillary Clinton campaign and the DNC. It got to put it into an appendix into that threat assessment. Let's welcome Tom McClintock from House Judiciary. Great to have you on, sir. Your reaction to this story?
Hi, Liz. Well, it's just another layer of corruption that we're learning about from Comey and his partisan zealots at the FBI. There's a part of that testimony that indicates the FBI was pushing to get it in because of pressure from the president, Barack Obama. That's deeply disturbing and hasn't gotten a lot of attention yet. But what's even more disturbing is the fact that they repeatedly told the FISA court, as well as represented to the intelligence community, that if this information was coming from a highly placed source in Russia with close ties to the Kremlin. We found out last week that was a lie, and they knew it was a lie. It wasn't coming from some highly placed Russian in the Kremlin. It was coming from a part-time analyst at the left-leaning Brookings Institution with a record of drunk driving convictions, who was basically making it up with his drinking buddies. And they knew that, and yet they represented it as something that was highly credible when it was not.
Okay, so are critics right to warn that the FBI doing this, getting this Steele opposition research into the threat assessment, that gave it more gravitas and stature than it deserved and gave cover to the FBI to keep using this opposition research in order to get FISA wiretaps to spy on the Trump team? Because basically what you're seeing is James Comey would later admit to Fox News that there were serious doubts and questions about the Steele dossier, and they should have been noted to this FISA court. He said that in an interview. What do you think? By doing that, did it give them cover?
Well, they were trying to give credibility to a report that they knew was absolutely fraudulent. They've known that from the beginning. And it wasn't just the spying that they used it for. They used it to give legitimacy to an investigation, the existence of which they could then leak to the press before the election, implying that there was a serious investigation of Donald Trump for being a puppet of the Kremlin. They knew that was false. They did that specifically to influence our election. And when they failed to do that, they then doubled down and used it in a quite successful attempt to obstruct the duly elected president and his incoming administration. That's the crime. And if we can't get to the bottom of it soon, I'm afraid that if Biden's elected and we have somebody like Keith Ellison take over as Attorney General, we'll see this investigation go away very quickly, and this kind of practice will become institutionalized in the most powerful agencies of our government in justice as well as intelligence.
The newly released disclosures, let's show it to the viewer. They show former CIA Director John Brennan and other CIA officials saying that FBI's James Comey was trying to make a strong case for it to be included in the main text of the Intelligence Community Threat Assessment, but that the CIA and Office of the DNI, led by then James Clapper, said it was, quote, not appropriate. This stuff made no sense, that Steele's information was, quote, very unvetted, unverified. They didn't want it in there. And here's the thing. Christopher Steele testified in a British court that he was hired, he was paid for by Democrats to pull together this opposition research, sir, in case Hillary Clinton wanted to use it to contest the 2016 election if she lost. So Steele's source told the FBI that Steele embellished, made up information, was putting inside the FBI third-hand rumor, gossip, said over beers. But somehow Hillary Clinton's opposition research made its way into the FBI and was used in FISA wiretaps to spy on the Trump team. Your reaction to that?
Well, I couldn't put it any more clearly than that. That's exactly what they did. And they did it to influence an American election. They used the most terrifying powers that we give our government to our justice and intelligence agencies to spy on Americans, to invade their privacy, to threaten their families, as they did with Michael Flynn, to take away their livelihoods, to take away their earnings, to take away their freedom. This was all being employed for political purposes, and if that precedent is allowed to stand and no one is held accountable, we have just taken a giant leap from being a constitutional republic to becoming a banana republic.
Congressman McClintock, great to see you. Come back soon.
Thanks, Liz.